Yeah, it's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop till your heart stops. Let this beat rock. Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts cause I'm too lost. Off, the speakers can't even handle me. Give it what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy. And I will never stop, I'm motivated by enemies. Setting up shop so everybody remember me. And no, I am not going through life regretfully. I'd rather work non-stop, what they call incessantly, than work some odd job just to live life pleasantly. Already got lost in my mind, not a fantasy, I'm getting it.
Catching flies in his mouth.
What's going on, everybody? As we all know, sad news came out this week with the passing of Bray Wyatt on Thursday. So I've got the guys together, Big Johnny, Lil J, and special guest Raymond, to feel about his passing and share a favorite moment of his. I'll go ahead and start. The whole thing with me, this reached right up there with Owen Hart and Eddie Guerrero. Up till this week, I'd only cried over one thing, and that was Owen Hart dying. I didn't cry during Eddie, and I wasn't going to cry during Bray until I seen the 10 bell salute and they brought Eric Rowan out there, and I was done right then and there. I started crying. I just feel bad for Eric Rowan because this is the second time in 3 years he's had to do this, is bury a friend. So, I mean, like I said, I was always a Bray Wyatt fan. You know, going on the internet and hearing people just talk crap always upset me about it. I understood, you know, where he was coming from. I always was entertained no matter what persona he had, whether it was Wyatt family Bray or Fiend Bray or even this last version of Bray. I was always entertained by him, no matter what. Even if the match was bad, I was entertained by him. My favorite moment of his, and it's always, no one will ever, I guarantee you, no one will ever say this is his favorite moment, because this is a very personal moment for me, was his match with Randy Orton at WrestleMania 33. Everybody, and I will say it was not the greatest match. He didn't even win the match. But it was personal for me because that was my first WrestleMania I was in person at, and I got to see him on that stage in that spot in person. So that's always going to be my favorite moment of his, because, like I said, it's always going to be able to resonate back towards me. Big Johnny?
Okay, I mean, mine is when when Randy joined him and they won actually the tag team titles together. To me, that was, that was good. That was a good moment because, he actually got them two together, made a great tag team. And so that's when first time he won the tag team titles. So that was one of my best moments about Bray Wyatt, was when he actually won the titles for the first time with Randy Orton.
And how did his passing affect you?
I mean, it affected me because I like the guy, man. I've seen all generations of his family wrestle.
Raymond, how about you? What does this mean to you, his passing, and what is your favorite moment it is?
My favorite moment between Bray was when it was a rivalry between the Wyatt family and the Shield. Because between all of them, that was a war. It affected me because, I like to see, I was loving to see his gimmicks, his persona, his in-ring work, his mic skills were phenomenal. I was really looking forward to seeing where he was going to take his new character off to. With the Wyatt, what was it, the Wyatt 6?
Yeah, that's what kept being the rumor. All right, Lil J, how about you?
Like he's I watch him grow. I watch his whole career. Like since I was a kid, I would watch him on the original NXT, like the game show. And like you said, it's Husky Harris. Always been a fan, so. Hold on.
You're all right, bud.
his Fiend character is one of my favorites. Not many people can do several gimmicks and still have people interested. Yeah. But one of my favorite ones was when he finally when he won the Universal title against Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel. That was one of my favorite moments. I hated how he ended up losing it because of Goldberg, but that was still that moment, him beating Seth, and Seth was my favorite at that point too. Like, they're both my favorites, but I was cheering for Bray, and he finally won it. Then when he won it at Elimination Chamber, that was a great moment. I think that definitely shocked me. I wasn't much of a really fan as I was when he started doing the Fiend. That's when I really went with the character. Like, I've always been a fan of horror, and when he started bringing in the Fiend, more of a darker version than A of his other characters.
But I will say this: it has something to do. It does have something to do with Bray, but it also shows something else of how much faith they now have in LA Knight, and that he is going to be one of their main stars. Because if you look back at the other two main tribute shows, Eddie and Owen, each one, their biggest star went out there at the end and did something for them. The Owen ones, when Stone Cold came out and just, did his little shtick where he runs around the ring and toasted a beer to a picture of Owen and all that, kind of gave him the nod. At the time, he was their biggest star. He had laid it down and then put the title belt over it. So the fact that they had LA Knight go out there and speak on Bray and had him win the main event shows that they are really going to, looks like they're really going to push him as the main event star. But yeah, I like that, how they gave LA Knight the main event spot for this, because traditionally it's always been their biggest star who does that.
Yeah.
So it kind of shows that what they're doing with LA Knight. Yeah. Another thing is I feel bad for all the members of Bray's family. His father, his brother, Liv Morgan. She's in a very serious relationship with Bo, so she probably has she probably was pretty close with Bray, Yeah. So even there, JoJo and his kids. Thank y'all for joining us, talking about some of our favorite Bray Wyatt stuff. RA, one of your pro wrestling nerds. Big Johnny, Lil J, our special guest Ray. Remember, like, share, subscribe on the video, follow the channel, and we'll see you again.
They know that I won't surrender, so they fear me as a contender. When I fight, they always remember, yeah.